What's going on? Get some light. Another day of frustration. Not really. Had a safety meeting this morning. Basically, guys forgot to bring chalks and their cones and their fire extinguishers with them, which is standard procedure for running a can. Why they don't have it, who the heck knows. So they had to have a safety meeting, tell us all about it. Well, then it snowed. Then they got a load and it snowed. And just a dusting, but whatever. So I went and got the load. I ended up getting there at 2:30. Probably gonna get yelled at. No, I'm not. Kind of parked in a bad spot next to the scale because there's no parking left here at the TA tonight because we got a dusting and everybody shut down. So I got my load, got to the sand place at 2:30. Curfew starts 2:45. It's ridiculous. So they wouldn't take me up. So they said you had to wait there till 5. So that sucks. So I waited there till 5. And then 6. And then 7. And then they said, oh, the road's shut down because of the weather. Awesome. Then 8 come around, and then 8:30. Then they called and said, my dispatcher called and said, get the heck out of there. Go to the truck stop. You don't have to sit there because you're not going to get loaded tonight. But you're going to get paid for it. Yeah, I get 10 hours of attention time for it, plus the load. So basically it comes out to 2 loads. So a day of frustration equals getting paid. Sometimes it works out that way, and sometimes it don't. What I don't like is where I'm parked. I had to park next to the scale, which is not the greatest. I mean, people can get through and all that, but what do you do? It's normal oil field stuff. Yeah, granted, we wouldn't be able to get up the hill. It's pretty steep. It's pretty wild, actually. We couldn't get from where I was. It didn't look like there was much snow or anything going on. But then I got on the highway and we got the higher elevation. It was a whiteout. So they made the right call to keep us safe. You can't wear tire chains on the road itself. They've got the township watching it, the township police, because they don't want us there. You run into that. Sometimes the locals don't want you there. Usually that's the people that don't get paid, by the way. But so we came out to TA. We're gonna, me and Mr. Pete's gonna make some dinner and hang out till morning, running this shift work. But it was nice is I can use line 5 now. So the whole time I was there, I mean, the only time I spent was my only time I used was my time going to get the sand and going back. Going to get the sand, going to staging, which is only 2 hours, and then coming from staging to the truck stop, which is 15 minutes. I use line 5 because I'm on e-logs now. I use line 5 for it's staging, because you're allowed to do that. It's perfectly legal. We get the the oil exemption. Now they changed it, I guess, in October, where cans can use that. We couldn't use it before. We can now. And it's awesome because you basically, excuse me, translate to getting 2 loads a day and only using 2 hours of my clock. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Which is good, because I was worried I was going to have to take a reset. 24-hour reset. Well, now that'll stop that from happening because I'll only use a few hours, and I'll start getting back time So it helps. Being on e-logs, you got to be very conscious with your time, especially out here, because you don't want to stop. You want to be on the well when it's running, and you don't want to come off of it at all possible. So utilize that line 5. You can only use it at staging or on the well pad itself. Not when you're unloading or doing anything, just when you're sitting there, you can use line 5. It's perfectly legal and works out pretty well, because, you know, running 12 hours, if you were logging, really, if you had to log the 12 hours every day, you're going to run out of time. You're going to have to take a 24-hour reset. And nobody wants to do that. You want to stay running as much as possible. But being an oil field, in that week, you're going to have a day when the well's going to go down. It's the way it is. Oh, wow, somebody's getting pizza. Somebody's getting pizza delivered to the truck stop because the food is terrible in here, by the way. Sorry, I get distracted. So if you come out here, don't be afraid of the e-logs. It's better. To me, I like it better because I'm legal all the time. When you're on those sheets, yeah, you were legal, but it's a gray area. With the e-logs, there's no gray area. It is what it is, which is awesome. So there's no questions. You get pulled over, you hand him the tablet, you're good to go. But and my other side note is, yeah, things get frustrating out here to everyone, for sure. But keep your head high, and you can't go by day basis. You need to go week by week. How many loads did I get at the end of the week? For example, last week we started late. I got 3 loads. Now I'm at 7 loads with 10, 11, 12, 15, 16 hours detention time. That's perfect. That could translate to way more. It translates great because the way I get paid more off of detention. I get paid a decent amount of the detention to make it worth my time. But that varies from who you work for or whatever, and what you negotiate with them. Some guys, they're a percentage, and they just get whatever the truck grosses, they get the percentage off of that, and that's it. It doesn't matter. For me, the way we worked it out is my detention is different. But you always can make money out here. You just got to stick with it. It's frustrating at times. Sit around a lot, but today worked out. It ends up being basically 2 loads. That doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're working a normal job, about a week's pay. Not quite, but, well, it depends. Depends what the job is. Depends what the job is, I guess. But it's decent money. I don't know. I guess do kind of a vlog thing if anybody watches, but y'all take it easy.